Hello and welcome to Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. I am Olajide Bello. Remember, you can watch this broadcast live on our website, nta.ng/live, and on our other social media handles displayed on your screen. The National Economic Council has resolved to deepen engagement with stakeholders to boost non-oil revenue in line with the federal government economic blueprint. The council, at its maiden meeting in 2026, also approved the constitution of a committee on the implementation of the President's directive on the actualization of legacy projects. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
Chairman of the Council, Vice President Kashim Shettima, called for accelerated transition from oil to non-oil economy through competitive manufacturing, export diversification, and private sector investment.
There's a structural shift underway that deserves recognition. The non-oil economy has emerged as the backbone of our growth story. Today, it accounts for about 96% of GDP and is expanding at roughly 4%. Services, agriculture, and other non-oil sectors are increasingly carrying the weight of the economy. More importantly, non-oil revenues now contribute nearly 3/4 of total government collections. This marks a significant, if gradual, departure from our historic dependence on volatile oil receipts.
The Legacy Projects Committee is chaired by Governor of Cross River State, while governors of Sokoto, Gombe, Niger, Abia, and Lagos are members, with ministers of Works, Transportation, and Permanent Secretary Budget and Economic Planning will serve as secretary.
To help with the issues arising from legacy projects and transformational projects in the Renewed Hope agenda, as well as projects that require cooperation between the different tiers of government, particularly land issues.
NEC also received a presentation on the economic priorities for 2026 by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, highlighting key reforms implemented by the Tinubu administration, including targeted programs that have removed distortions in the system, stabilized the economy, and put Nigeria on the path of sustained recovery and prosperity.
Hasn't happened in the last few years. The key priorities, according to that presentation, have to do with maintaining Nigeria's economic competitiveness through sound governance, improved availability and affordability of food, very critical, ensuring human capital development with improved social protection.
The presentation also reflected the country's current global recognition, which is reinforcing investor confidence in the economy, projected to grow at 4.68% in 2026. Council lauded the proposed World Bank Group Country Partnership Framework consultations, which among others expects to invest in young Nigerians, thereby delivering early results for Nigeria's children and the future of work.
How they intend to engage with Nigeria over the next 10 years, and he highlighted human capital development, resilience, and of particular note, early child. He indicated that their current portfolio of $17 billion, they will do more.
Also, the Council received update on Nigeria's tax reform laws presented by Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee. Council resolved to take a more robust engagement on the new tax regime at its forthcoming conference in February. From the State House, Abdurrahman Jibrila, NTA News.
And Vice President Kashim Shettima has departed Abuja to represent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and President Mamadi Damboya's inauguration in Guinea-Conakry. He's also billed to attend the 65th annual meeting of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, after his participation at the presidential inauguration in the West African country. The inauguration is scheduled to hold on Saturday, January 17th at the GLC Stadium, Nongo, Conakry. Vice President
Conakry, President Mamadi Doumbouya, it goes a long way in showing the rich hegemony of Nigerian nation and, of course, commitment of Mr. President towards ECOWAS peace, towards ECOWAS security, to ECOWAS stability.
From Guinea, Vice President Shettima will proceed to Davos, Switzerland, to participate in the 65th annual meeting of the World Economic Forum, WEF 2026, scheduled to hold from January 19 to January 23, 2026. WEF 2026, under the theme "A Spirit of Dialogue," will bring together leaders from government, business, civil society, the scientific and cultural communities to foster trusted dialogue, collaborative problem solving, as well as future-oriented solutions to shared global challenges. It is expected to return to Nigeria at the conclusion of his engagement in Davos. Nigeria has recorded a major international milestone in its fight against money laundering, terrorist financing and proliferation financing following its official removal from the European Union's list of high-risk countries from anti-money laundering and terrorism financing. The European Commission acknowledged that Nigeria and other delisted countries have strengthened the effectiveness of their anti-money laundering and terrorist financing regimes, closed key technical and operational gaps, as well as fulfilling the commitments set out in their Financial Action Task Force. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, credited President Bola Tinubu's strong political will and reforms across government agencies for the achievement. He noted that Nigeria has significantly strengthened its AML-CFT framework, boosting the nation's global financial credibility. The Chief Executive Officer of the NFIU, Hafsat Bakari, says the removal is expected to ease business transactions between Nigeria and European entities, improve banking relationships, and boost investor confidence in the country's economy. The National Space Research and Development Agency, NASDRA, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have entered a strategic partnership to deploy geospatial intelligence and space-based technologies in the fight against crime and regulatory violations in Nigeria's space sector. Details with Justin Bemwe.
The partnership was formalized with the signing of a memorandum of understanding at the EFCC headquarters in Abuja. NASDA Director General Dr. Matthew Adekboju described the agreement as a major boost for national security, accountability and compliance within Nigeria's rapidly expanding space ecosystem. Dr. Adekboju said the collaboration would strengthen the enforcement of national space regulations, improve spectrum management and enhance oversight of both local and international operators. He identified illegal mining as a major contributor to insecurity, stressing that NASDA would deploy advanced geospatial and satellite technologies to support more effective investigations and enforcement in line with international best practices. He added that the EFCC, under the leadership of its chairman, Olanikpekun Olukoyode, is a critical partner in ensuring full compliance across the upstream, midstream, and downstream segments of the space sector.
We are so happy to partner with the EFCC in the pursuit of implementation of space regulation and spectrum management. I'm able to say that the country is bleeding on many fronts. That's why Mr. President has given us the nod to mainstream the space technology into the revenue leakages and ensure that the country derives maximum benefit.
For us, we will support you in the area of your fraud risk assessment, and for you, you also support us in promoting our investigative capacity. Where our eyes cannot get to, with the aid of your technology, you'll be able to lead us there.
The partnership is expected to significantly boost crime detection, asset recovery, and regulatory enforcement, reinforcing Nigeria's drive toward stronger security, transparency, and accountable governance. Justin Bemuni, NTA News.
And it was an outpouring of accolades and warm wishes from family and friends as one of Nigeria's foremost insurance icon, Professor Olani Ahmed bin Salaudeen, marks his 81st birthday in Lagos. In this report, our correspondent takes a look at the impact of the business mogul and insurance subsector within and outside the country. The report.
Professor Olani Ahmed bin Salaudeen, one of Nigeria's foremost insurance leaders and a pioneer in the country's broking profession, marks his 81st birthday. The celebrated chartered insurance practitioner and business magnate has spent more than 4 decades shaping Nigeria's insurance landscape and nurturing industry talents.
We pay too much premium integrity because if you don't have integrity, there's no way business can move.
Born on January 16 in Iseyin, Oyo State, Professor Salaudeen's journey into insurance began when he studied abroad and became a chartered insurance practitioner at the College of Insurance, Surbiton, London in 1976. He gained international experience with major British insurance firms before returning to Nigeria. And in 1980, he founded Standard Insurance Consultants Limited, SICL, which has since become one of Nigeria's leading insurance and reinsurance brokerage firms.
The culture of Standard Insurance Consultants Limited appears to be driven largely by excellence, led by Professor Ahmed Salaudeen.
We have only ever worked with one broker in Nigeria, and this, of course, is yourselves under the excellent stewardship of Professor Ahmed.
Professor Salaudeen has been widely recognized for his integrity, professionalism, and dedication to industry excellence. He has received numerous honors, including international business awards that spotlight his contribution to global insurance and economic engagement. Beyond professional accolades, Salaudeen is known for his humility and philanthropic engagements, quietly supporting educational and social causes, while maintaining a reputation for ethical leadership.
The Ministries of Defense and Interior are set to establish a high-level ministerial platform that will meet periodically to proactively address emerging security challenges across the country. The Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, stated this during a working visit to the Ministry of Interior. General Musa described the Interior Ministry as a critical pillar in ensuring Nigeria's safety, security and national development, assuring that both ministries will strengthen strategic collaboration in the fight against internal security threats and the defense of the nation's territorial integrity.
We want to build a stronger, more seamless and institutionalized framework for collaboration in the interest of Nigeria's peace and stability, which we feel and we believe is the way out. We recognize the complex and evolving security challenges facing our nation. These threats often originate or manifest entirely but have external dimensions and vice versa. There is no one single organization that can achieve this alone. We must work like a team. I have confidence that a stronger alliance will significantly enhance national security, public safety, and citizen confidence.
If you cannot protect your border, then obviously you cannot guarantee the safety of your people. So the issue of the border is one area that we really need to actually work very closely together on. We're not here to compete with the military. We're here to complement and to offer support. We're here to work together and to ensure that there's a robust handshake between our various agencies.
On threat assessment, General Christopher Musa called for increased deployment of technology, enhanced joint operations and improved intelligence sharing. He also urged Nigerians to remain patriotic and support national security efforts by promoting the image and unity of the country. Now let's join Adejoke Odeka in Lagos for more nationwide. Good afternoon, Adejoke. Over to you.
Lajide and welcome to Lagos. Continuous efforts by the Nigerian Customs Service Western Marine Command to combat smuggling of illicit drugs through Nigeria's waterways are yielding results with the interception of a large consignment of cannabis indica worth 157 million naira. The command's seizures between April and December 2025 is estimated to be worth over 1.7 billion naira. Joe Bukwola reports that the command also made impact in trade facilitation.
The Western Marine Command of the Customs is leveraging the successes recorded in the year 2025 to reinforce its mandate on border protection. The Customs Area Controller in charge of the command, Patrick Ntadi, says efforts will be redoubled to sustain the onslaught against smuggling of narcotics on waterways, which led to the seizure of 20 bags of cannabis indica abandoned by the smugglers upon sighting men and officers of the Marine Command.
The team recorded the successful escort of 21,414 containers from the main port to various bonded terminals, ensuring compliance, transparency, and efficient movement of cargoes. So this month we will take delivery of 7 boats, and when we do, we will get into the sea. We will be more efficient.
Acting on the controller's directive, Assistant Controller Charles Oputa formally handed over the seized cannabis indica to officials of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency for necessary action.
This weighs 601 kg and is about 1,205 loaves of cannabis indica. So this was actually achieved through the unwavering efforts by officers during their routine patrol, by shared intelligence.
The investigation will commence and the outcome will determine what the exhibit will be. Though there are no suspects, the only thing is available before us is for us to confide the case while seek the approval from the Federal High Court for the destructions.
The controllers of Apapa, Tinkan Island and PTML Command were appreciated by the controller of Marine Command for supporting the fight against economic sabotage and their positive impact in year 2025. In Lagos, Joel Ukwola, NTA News.
Lagos State Police Command has been repositioned and empowered with the deployment of closed-circuit TV on 3rd Mainland Bridge to effectively carry out surveillance activities and detect criminality on the 11.8-kilometer bridge. Commissioner of Police Olondare Jimoh, who conducted journalists round the command and control room of the surveillance camera technology, says the security initiative was facilitated by the Minister of Works, David Umahi, in Lagos. Musa Tolia reports.
The deployment of surveillance camera on 3rd Mainland Bridge by the Minister of Works, David Umahi, is complemented by a command and control room where trained police personnel monitor movements and activities on the bridge. Commissioner of Police Olondare Jimoh says for every 100 meters on the 3rd Mainland Bridge, there is a fiber-to-pole camera technology that makes it easy to zoom to details and alert the police command when the need arises.
It equally strengthens our capacity to be able to protect life and property much more, in the sense that in the past, we see instances where people who want to drop into the water on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. The camera can pick on time and the intervention team can quickly move in swiftly on time to rescue such individuals.
CP Jimoh says the Lagos State Security Trust Fund and Works Minister also donated operational vehicles already deployed inwards and outwards the bridge. A patrol boat from the Works Minister and the construction of a jetty complement police security architecture on Lagos Lagoon.
This is the 5th control room in Lagos. In case of any crime that's committed and those who commit the crime want to get away, the camera can zoom, it can take images, it can take pictures that will be uploaded to us and will be circulated, and promptly we'll be able to apprehend the offender. Virtually all data extending to a lot of locations in VI, equally in Ikoyi, and equally further than that are captured on that camera. So in crime prevention and control, this is superb.
He reassured residents that security of lives and property remains on front burner, while saying that there is now a real-time detection and response to crime and traffic situation on 3rd Mainland Bridge. In Lagos, Musa Tolia, NTA News.
Those are the reports from Lagos. Nationwide continues in Makurdi after the break. Many thanks for joining us in Makurdi.
The Benue State government is to strengthen initiatives and support service targeted at improving livelihoods of veterans and families of those that paid the supreme price in the defense of the nation. Governor Hyacinth Alia disclosed this at the grand finale of the 2026 Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day held in Makurdi, the state capital. Elias Itiav reports.
The Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day brings to mind sacrifices of 7 officers, veterans and those that laid down their lives in the defense and protection of Nigeria's peace and sovereignty. It also calls for a moment of reflection on the agonies of families of fallen heroes and to pray for the repose of the souls of those that lost their lives in the line of duty. For these people, the situation calls for support initiatives from government and spirited individuals.
None of us have the skills, but we are not empowered to go and commence any production anywhere.
If Nigerian Legion is to be involved, properly involved, engaged, because if you go to my village, you have a retired soldier there. If there's no village in this Benue, you go there, you not see a retired soldier there. And any bad thing that's coming in that village, believe me, they are supposed to be aware of it.
For those of our heroes who are still serving, we, especially us, the Nigerian Army officers' wives, we are standing firm behind our husbands.
Governor Hyacinth Alia, at the grand finale of the Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day, acknowledged the courage and selflessness of those who stood between the nation and its aggressors. The governor emphasized that the Remembrance Day must continue to live in our conscience, policies and daily choices, insisting that their sacrifices are not in vain, but remain indelible in the sands of time.
I reaffirm our administration's commitment to the welfare of serving personnel, veterans, and the families of the fallen. Remembrance must be matched with responsibility. Words must be followed by action.
The grand finale featured the laying of wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier by the governor and his deputy, heads of military and security formations, and other top government functionaries, as well as a minute silence in honor of the fallen heroes and the release of pigeons, signifying peace for the state and the nation in general. In Makurdi, Elias Itiav, NTA News.
On infrastructural development, the Benue State government has awarded contracts for the reconstruction of township roads within Makurdi metropolis, measuring 38.6 kilometers. The Director of Civil Engineering, Ministry of Works, Housing and Urban Development, Tifa Wombo, who provided the technical features of the project on behalf of the governor, explained that the roads will be reconstructed at the cost of 56 billion naira. Elias Itiav again reports.
The roads to be reconstructed are that of the Umaba Pass to the Modern Market Road through Ankpakotas down to the Cathedral, as well as that of the Savannah Roundabout to St. Teresa's Church through Vaneka Street to the High Level Market. Others are the Central Bank Road through the police headquarters to the NYC Secretariat down to the high-level underpass leading to Radio Benue and to the Road Safety Junction. Equally to be reconstructed is the Government House Road to the Federal Medical Center Makurdi, back to the Empirical Stadium through the School of Nursing to the Railway Market, terminating at the Tito Gate. Also awarded for reconstruction is the Yochia Road through Kashin Ibrahim Road down to the Ministry of Works, Housing and Urban Development.
The roads are going to be removed completely. It's total reconstruction. We are going to have filling where necessary. We are going to provide sub-base. We are going to provide 200 mm stone-based foundation. We are going to provide binder course, asphalt binder course, 6 cm. We are going to provide 4 cm wearing course on all of the roads.
Mr. Wombo appealed for understanding of residents on the inconveniences the development might cause.
We are appealing to everybody to be patient with us, to cooperate with us so that we'll manage traffic. They should reduce speed, they should try to follow instructions accordingly, and there is going to be a lot of diversion within the township.
The road projects, according to the state government, are to be completed by the end of March 2026. In Makudi, Elias Ichav, NTA News.
And that's it from Makudi. Is back to Olajide Bello in Abuja.
Many thanks, Fatima, for your contributions. Now, in June 2020, a midnight inferno gutted parts of urban markets in Benin City, destroying goods worth millions of naira. Affected traders struggled to recover despite previous administration support. Governor Monday Okpewolo's administration promised to rebuild the market to modern standard within a record time. Good luck in this report examines level of work done so far, the facilities that will be put in place when the project is completed, and how this will help the traders, government and socio-economic lives of other residents of Benin City.
The reconstruction we started a few months ago is progressing steadily, with the governor personally monitoring the level and quality of work to ensure that the project meets modern standards and is delivered within record time. With the ongoing construction, displaced traders are optimistic that the project will restore their businesses and significantly boost commercial activities in the area and across Edo State.
Governor go do one for us. As it does start and so you go finish.
Completion. The revamped urban market is expected to be equipped with modern facilities including 24 hours electricity supply, internet connectivity, a primary healthcare center, and other amenities designed to enhance efficiency, safety, and convenience for traders and customers alike to other sections of the market. In Benin, good luck in NT News.
All right, let's still stick with Good Luck in for more updates. Good Luck, what other safety measures have been put in place so that there won't be a reoccurrence of what happened?
All right, thank you, Jide. This is Benin, and I'm here at the section of the Bond Urban Market. But right now, work is ongoing. The project started in June last year and is expected to be delivered in June this year. So far, about 80% work stage has been reached. And just as we hear from the background report, upon completion, the market will be equipped with internet facility, 24 hours power supply. It's going to have a primary health center as well as crèche and many other facilities to ensure safety and convenience of traders and as well as buyers. Now, what is interesting about the whole thing is that the governor, Senator Monday Okpewolo, has always been frequent in this project site. Now, the reason being that he wants the project to be done in line with specific standards, which I think the contractors have always been complying with. Now, he has also assured the traders, that is those who have been displaced as a result of the inferno that took place in 2020, June to be precise, that as soon as the market, the bond section of the market is completed, then they will be considered first because they are the original owners of the shop before the unfortunate disaster set in. As I speak to you today, we look, as you see behind me, you see the work has reached advanced stage. What I was told this afternoon when I arrived, the bond section where work is ongoing, is that they are at 80% stage, just trying to do the finishing and then paint so that market women who were displaced in 2020 can set their feet into the place and get their business going again.
All right, many thanks. Good luck and for your input. And I don't know whether you're a construction worker now, the way you appear, but many thanks for your output.
Thank you. Thanks.
Many thanks. Good luck. And moving on, President Bola Tinubu has paid a special tribute to elder statesman and former governor of Osun State, Chief Bisi Akande, as he marks his 87th birthday on January 16, 2026. The president described Chief Akande, the first national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, as a key figure in Nigeria's democratic evolution and progressives politics. President Tinubu highlighted Chief Akande's long record of public service from his early roles in the old Oyo State to his tenure as governor of Osun State between 1999 and 2003. He also noted Akande's crucial role as interim APC chairman, where he helped lay the foundation for the party's historic victory in the 2015 general elections. The president commended Chief Akande's integrity, wisdom and steadfast commitment to democracy, good governance and national development, praying for his continued good health and strength as he remains a respected voice in national affairs. In a separate message, President Tinubu congratulates Peregrino Kolawole Paul, administrator, strategist and entrepreneur on his 65th birthday. He praised Mr. Kolawole's disciplined career spanning the insurance sector, the Supreme Court of Nigeria and public service, including his leadership as General Manager of Lagos State Printing Corporation, and wished him good health and fulfillment in the years ahead. The Rivers State House of Assembly says it is still going ahead with the impeachment process against Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the Deputy Governor, Professor Ngozi Odu, on the grounds of gross misconduct. Ikiru Onyejesi reports that this was at a briefing which was immediately followed by House sitting presided over by the Speaker, Martin Ameole.
Speaker Dumle Mao says the impeachment process has nothing to do with ethnicity but constitutional, especially as the governor and his deputy has gone against Section 188 of the Constitution. Other lawmakers also reiterated their commitment to ensuring they carry out their constitutional duties for the progress of the state.
We concluded that there is indeed the need to proceed. This is a decision of all of us, including members who had the opportunity to address the media few days ago and those who had already decided not to proceed but changed their positions. Our decision to proceed is informed by the following. 1. The governor and the deputy governor do not have any intention to stop disobeying the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as altered.
The governor and deputy governor are ignoring us. And regarding the House of Assembly to the background.
The members unanimously voted in support of investigation of allegations of gross misconduct against Governor Fubara and his deputy, Professor Ngozi Odu. Speaker Martin Ameole decried that the voting clearly shows the decision of the House and called on the state chief judge to set up a panel of investigation. Sitting has been adjourned to next week Tuesday. In Port Harcourt, Nkiru Onyejesi, NTA News.
Now, the son of former Vice President Abba Atiku Abubakar has joined the All Progressives Congress to mobilize support for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was received by the Deputy President of the Senate, Barau Jibrin, and the National Vice Chairman of the APC Northeast, Mustafa Saliu, Thursday evening in Abuja. He said his movement from PDP to APC was motivated by the leadership qualities of President Tinubu and expressed commitment to the Renewed Hope project.
So today I'm formally here to announce my exit from my former party, where we worked in 2023, and to the APC. With this development, I will work with His Excellency Senator Barrow to actualize the second term bid of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
I am not only happy that he's coming to our party, but I'm happy that we're having someone who has this country in his heart, someone who wants to make his own, bring in his contribution towards bringing prosperity to our nation. In supporting the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in terms of his policy implementation, in terms of reaching out to the public, enlightening them about what is being done to reshape this country.
Atiku also renamed the political group he founded to Haske Bola Tinubu Organization. It was set up in 2022 as Haske Atiku Organization. Now, as Nigeria marks 70 years of federal system of government, Stakeholders argue that for the country to get it right, there is the need for continuous constitutional reforms and restructuring. This was during a one-day public lecture on federalism in Nigeria at 70, organized by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, NILDS. Muhammad Rabiu Ali reports.
Nigeria's federal system is believed to be unique in Africa, significant in the developing world. The lecture is to interrogate and reflect on the system of federalism landscape in Nigeria at 70, development and challenges.
The fact that, unlike in other federations, the Nigerian Center has had this capacity to basically create and recreate constituent units. You won't find that in a classic, a coming together federation.
Experts enumerated areas that need urgent redress that occupy an intermediate position between mononational and multinational models of federalism.
Federalism lies at the very heart of Nigeria's constitutional architecture. It reflects our diversity, our history, and our continuing quest to build a stable, inclusive, and prosperous nation.
We can be better than any federal system in the world, and we can be the best democracy in the world.
They believe that by interference, a more dynamic and equitable intergovernmental fiscal design is required to sustain and consolidate Nigeria's remarkable system of federalism for national unity. Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
And a book, Kulia of Ilorin, A Life of Purpose, has been officially unveiled in honor of a renowned legal icon and a senior advocate of Nigeria, Professor Yusuf Olaoluwale. Speakers at the book launch in Ilorin described the honoree as a man whose life has become a beacon of excellence, integrity and mentorship for those who aspire to make their marks in the sand of time. The report.
Divided into two parts with 11 subheadings, the 187 pages book chronicles the remarkable life and enduring values of Professor Yusuf Olaoluwale, senior advocate of Nigeria. A compilation of his discipline, faith, unwavering commitment to justice, mentorship and national development were extensively laid bare for the readers to learn from.
The banning of Professor Yusuf Olaoluwale, SAN, as the first Kuliyan Giri of Ilorin is presented not just as a personal milestone, but as a symbolic bridge between Ilorin's scholarly past and its contemporary legal sophistication.
It's not just a man, not just a distinguished Nigerian, but somebody who has been able to mentor many people.
It's a lesson in humility, it's a lesson in hard work.
He has dedicated his life, his time and energy to people lower than him.
He is a motivator that has been inspiring youth and those of us who have interest in meaningful contribution or making an impact to society.
Professor Yusuf Olaoluwale, senior advocate of Nigeria, sees the latest honor as a call for more service, which he gladly embraced.
Whatever position you are in a position to mentor others. If you are a cleaner, you can mentor others.
The array of dignitaries at the occasion, no doubt, tells a lot about the personality of the first Kuliyan Giri of the Ilorin Emirate, whom many described as a man of many parts and builder of people. Mutiat Olushola, NTA News.
And time to join Chika Okori in Enugu for more reports on Nationwide. Chika.
And this is Enugu Network Center. In a bid to ensure a cleaner, safer and healthier environment, Enugu State Government has unveiled mechanized cleaning equipment for the State Waste Management Authority and the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change. Chikawu reports that this is part of the state government strategies to realize its vision of making Enugu State conducive for living and tourism.
The equipment procured by the state government include 10 new waste compactor trucks, 7 automated street sweepers, and 200 modern dumpsters. Unveiling the equipment, the governor represented explained that his administration places cleanliness order and sustainability at the heart of its development program and is resolute to building a state where the health of the people is guaranteed.
No matter how much equipment we deploy, progress will only be sustained when our people embrace responsible waste disposal and environmental discipline. I call on you to join us in this journey. Let us protect our environment, support these reforms, and take pride in the beauty of our state.
This significant milestone to improve waste management and general environmental cleanliness in the state will complement the State Management Authority and the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change operational capacity and provide a healthier environment for residents.
The major mandate of the Ministry of Environment and Climate Change is to maintain a clean and safe environment.
This intervention comes at a critical time when population growth and urban expansion demands innovative and robust solutions.
The new assets are expected to ensure faster and more efficient evacuation of waste across the urban areas, make the streets cleaner, and eliminate indiscriminate dumping of refuse. In Enugu, Chika Ugwu, NTA News.
As political parties and the stakeholders realign strategies ahead of the 2027 general elections, more political leaders in Enugu State have endorsed President Bola Tinubu for second term in office. They pledged their support during the flag-off of the APC electronic registration exercise in Enugu West Senatorial District. Chika Ugwu again reports.
As the 2027 general elections draw closer, the All Progressives Congress, APC in Enugu State, is making frantic efforts to emerge victorious in the state and federal levels. Electronic registration is one of such moves, as the people of Enugu West Senatorial Zone came out in their numbers to get registered. Former Governor of Enugu State, Sullivan Chime, assured that leaders in Enugu are committed to surpassing 2 million membership benchmark and is optimistic that President Bola Tinubu will be victorious in 2027 election following his inclusive and transformative leadership prowess.
The president has done well. People are eager to join APC. APC is now the only party available in Enugu State.
Other political leaders in the zone say they are committed to mobilizing the grassroots to register more people to ensure victory.
All our people are keen in, and we have decentralized our process to ensure that people get registered.
With the recent endorsement of President Bola Tinubu as a sole candidate for 2027 presidential election by a majority of the Southeast governors and leaders, as well as the president's bold reforms, many are optimistic that victory is sure for the APC. In Enugu, Chika Ugwu, NTA News.
Now let's pause for another break, and when we return, the news continues from Ibadan.
To Ibadan Network Center. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in Oyo State is implementing the rotational movement of voter enrollment device machines across 351 registration areas of the state. Resident Electoral Commissioner Professor Ramon Teller disclosed this at a media briefing on the second phase of continuous voter registration exercise in the state. Oyeyinka Omole has the report.
Having reviewed the challenges and feedback from the first phase of the exercise, which recorded the registration of 2,572,054 voters, the Commission identified accessibility of registration centers by eligible voters as a key hurdle. The Commission highlighted that the phase 2 of the exercise will not be static in the 33 INEC local government offices in the state, but also include a 50-day rotational schedule for voter enrollment services to reach every corner of the state.
This machine will be moved systematically starting from Monday, 9th February 2026 from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily, excluding weekends and public holiday, across all the 351 registration area in the state.
While soliciting for enlightenment campaign on the exercise from the media, the INEC REC also appealed to those with unclaimed voter cards to visit their respective INEC offices in their local government areas to collect them.
Your voter's card is not just a piece of PVC. It is your license to shape the future, to choose your leader, and to hold them accountable.
The exercise, Professor Tella says, will be suspended on April 17, 2026, with a call for cooperation of all relevant stakeholders to mobilize eligible voters to take advantage of the exercise and protect INEC equipment during the IVED rotation in Ibadan. Oyeyinka Omole, NTA News.
Nationwide continues with Olajide in Abuja.
Many thanks, Kade, for your contributions from Ibadan. Now, imagine walking into a city with well-planned roads, efficient public transport, and green spaces that bring communities together. That is the future the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners and the Royal Town Planning Institute, United Kingdom, are working towards achieving in Nigeria. With a recent signing of a Memorandum of Understanding, the institutes are set to build smarter and more sustainable cities that will benefit every Nigerian as well as transform Nigeria's urban landscape. The institutes are also optimistic that this MOU will not only boost Nigeria's economy by attracting investment and creating jobs, but it will also ensure that growth is sustainable and environmentally conscious. Sport update with Enyojo at the Coast Guard.
The third-place match, the Super Eagles of Nigeria are preparing for the battle against Pharaohs of Egypt. The players and coaching crew are putting finishing touches to the strategies. Fixtures for these weekend matches in the Nigerian Premier League show that Bendel Insurance will host El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri. Abia Warriors will be the guest of Kano Pillars, among other matches. In the English Premier League, Chelsea will square up with hard-fighting Brentford. In London, struggling Manchester United will be hosting Manchester City at Old Trafford, while table topper Arsenal will be looking forward to continue with their excellent form both in the league and in other competitions, as they will be the guest of Nottingham Forest. Cade Esports and Game Evolution continue their long-standing strategic partnership to reposition esports as the largest gaming and esports provider in Africa, scheduled to commence on the 17th of this month through March 2026.
20 players in total in this current division, which is Division 2. Whoever is in the top 8 of the Division 2 will proceed to the Division 1 to meet those top 8 that were there to make 16.
Our goal is to train at least 50,000 gamers every year.
In golf, Rory McIlroy's desire to take on challenging things can fuel further success in 2026 as he made a strong start to his season at the Dubai Invitational. The world number 2 completed a career Grand Slam with victory at the Masters last April. He later helped Europe win the Ryder Cup in New York, while he also triumphed at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am Players Championship in Irish Open. His first competitive outing of this year, McIlroy carded an opening 5 under 66 to take the first round lead at the Dubai Creek Resort, despite becoming just the 6th golfer to complete a career sweep of men's majors. Motivation remains high for McIlroy. With Sports Update, Enyojo Adiku.
The Plateau State Governor, Caleb Mutfwang, has expressed profound sorrow over the passing of the Imam of Yelwa Gideon Akwati Abubakar Abdullahi. In a condolence message, Governor Mutfwang described the late Imam as a man of purpose whose life was distinguished by an unwavering commitment to peace, unity, and the protection of the vulnerable, particularly women and children. On behalf of his family, the government, and the people of Plateau State, Governor Mutfwang extended his deepest condolences to the family and all those mourning the loss, praying that Almighty God grants them comfort and strength to bear the painful loss. And that's it nationwide. Many thanks for being a part of it. I am Olajide Bello.